Hi, this is Paul with your Winning Investor Daily for this week. This week, I want to show you some incredible news, and it's about an investment, an area that I have been telling you about for a very long time. And I'll show you that I've been actually telling you about this investment, this set of investments since June of 2016. And that's when I first told you about the semiconductors ETF. And I told you about it in reference to the Internet of Things. And today, this ETF and this set of companies, just semiconductor companies, chip companies, they're really at the center of every major technological development, whether you think about the Internet of Things, if you think about artificial intelligence, if you think about robotics, big data, and even if you think about things like blockchain and even precision medicine, where all of these megatrends, and these are massive, huge technological developments that are going to play out over many years, if not decades, they all depend ultimately on chips. And this is the scenario I laid out for you in June of 2016, and I recommended the ETF to you. And if you followed along, you've done very, very well. However, the ETF peaked out in early March or so at about something like in excess of over 100% gains. And then it's come back down. And today, if you look at the chart and line it up, you'll see that you've made about 95% if you bought in when I first told you about it. Now, in August, the Semiconductor Industry Association, which is the industry group that tracks the chip companies as a whole, announced that chip sales hit an all-time high, an all-time high. 3-month sales were at $40.1 billion, which were up a little under 2% compared to the previous month, and up over 15% compared to last year. And here's the headline that's announcing it from the Semiconductor Industry Association. And here's the chart underneath it, which shows you that chip sales have gone up, and sort of about around March, they plateaued a little bit. And I believe that this news that has come out about chip sales is actually going to set up to send this ETF higher and significantly higher because of the fact that they play such a critical role in so many of these megatrends. And I didn't even mention self-driving cars, where you really need to pack these chips into all of these cars. So I'm going to tell you that even though I first told you about this ETF in June of 2016, I would tell you that I believe that chip sales are going to continue to keep growing, and that this ETF is really a buy right now, because I believe it's setting up to do the same thing that it did when I first told you about it in June of 2016. Now, if you are the type of person that likes much bigger gains, you have to laser focus on the particular companies that are really pointed very directly and focused on these big megatrends: Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, self-driving cars, blockchain. And in my Profits Unlimited service, we do this. We have been scoping out these megatrends now for in excess of 2 years. And we have put together what I believe are the best companies, the absolute number one companies to benefit from all of these megatrends. So while you'll do perfectly well, as you've done by owning the ETF, I believe that you would do even better if you actually held the number one company, the leading companies, the dominant companies that really lead these megatrends. So if you're interested in that, please check out my Profits Unlimited service. And I'll be back next week with another Winning Investor Daily for you. Until then, this is Paul Mampilly.